line is to the right. Yes, this is the live viewing of Raider Reaction. Yes, sir. No pushing. No, please, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am, the VIP line is to the left. If you give me your name, I'll see if you're on there. Go ahead, step to the left, man. Hey, man, I don't mind if you smoke that at all, but you can't smoke that here. You're going to need to take that over there, away from the crowd, please. Thank you. Yes, this is the live viewing of Raider Reaction. The Commish will be here tonight. Please, line is to the right. Yes, sir, I know it won't be much longer. I apologize. They try to put on a tight show. Yes, ma'am, we will let the VIP in first, I promise. You're VIP for a reason. That wasn't what's supposed to happen. What the fuck was up with that? What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. It's been a couple weeks. Took the week off last week. A friend in town. So let me give you some simple directions, shall we? We're just down the street, past the house, with the boarded up windows. You know that one, the creepy motherfucker, the one that nobody really wants to walk by. Yeah, past that one. Talk to our man on the corner. His name's Joe. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. He's a goddamn Raiders fan. Mouth feed, see off season, something what you should. He's gonna point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, the cool breeze will hit you. That chills you right to your skeletal core. Then you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind blowing from that deep dark alley? Well, of course it was. Should you venture down it? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as it is damn near every Tuesday, it's time for the Raider Nation Report. A solid 60 minutes with yours truly. We have a very, very lot to get into. Since the last time I was on with you, the National Football League 2021 season is officially over. It's no more. Fuck 2021. Everybody's 0-0 now. The Rams won. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody showed up. Nobody cared. It's the fucking Lambs. They have no fan base. Did you see the parade? Did you see the rally before the Super Bowl? Nobody cared before. Nobody cared during. And nobody gave a fuck after. It's the only Super Bowl I remember in past memory that nobody gave a fuck after it was over. I didn't have to listen to any opposing fans. Nothing. It's like it didn't even happen. If the Bengals would have won, I know Bengals fans who would have been chirping. If any other fan base would have won, I know opposing fans that would be chirping. But the Lambs won. And it's just quiet. Weird. Where are they? They weren't at the fucking parade. That's for damn sure. Did you see that parade? That shit was ridiculous. The, Matt Stafford watching the chick fall off the fucking stage, so now you look like a fucking uncompassionate douchebag, sending your old lady to go handle that shit. Bitch, chick done broke a spine, bruh. How about she's taking your picture? Like, just a tad bit of sympathy. A little bit. I mean, come the fuck on. It just... I get it. Dude, she wasn't rocking Rams gear, so the fact she falls off and cracks a vertebrae or two, fuck that bitch. But it's all over. You know what that means? We're all 0-0 again. Because the Rams, it's just over. That season's over. The whole story, it was Matt Stafford. That's your NFL Films. That's your America's Game. It's Matt Stafford and fucking Aaron Donald fucking flexing for the rest of it. There's your America's Game. Probably a little blurb about it. Odell Beckham's fucking douchebag ass. And there's your America's Game for 2021. There's your fucking story. They'll probably have some Detroit Lions fans rooting in the fucking bottom corner a little bit. Because that'll be the closest they're ever going to fucking get. Watching Stafford. So how the hell are you all? What's up, Raider Nation? Thank you for joining me, each and every damn one of you. What's up, Mark Anthony, David, Ryan, Michelle, Lines, Robert Paul. What's up, everybody? Thank you all for joining me, each and every damn one of you. Smash that share button, throw it out into the fucking metaverse, and all that good shit. Bring other Raider fans in. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. That's enough fucking nipple tweaking. That's enough foreplay. We've gotten to second base. It's time to move on. Oh, the 2021 recap. We just did it. Do I gotta do it again? The Rams won. Nobody cared. There's gonna be a 2021 America's Game that they're going to make. It's probably going to be the most low-budget NFL Network production that they've ever put together because they know nobody is going to watch that shit. So why put a lot of money into it? Because nobody's going to watch it. Just saying. So that was your story. The story of the year was Matt Stafford. We thought maybe it was going to be fucking the Joe Burrow story, but it ends up being the Stafford story. It is what it is. It probably would be a real nice story if you didn't watch the fucking chick fall off the stage and didn't give a fuck. Now all of a sudden, nobody gives a shit about him. He was a super nice guy. 30 seconds before that happened, and everybody's like, fuck it. We'll give him a little fucking clappity clap. Good for you, Stafford. You had to fucking be, exiled to fucking Detroit for so long, having to be a Lion. Everybody was kind of like, fuck it, he deserves it. But, that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. One slip of the tongue, one bad shot on video, and you're done. You're crucified in today's media world if you're an athlete or anybody in it. So he's done. He's done. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it through the eyes of fucking old Karens from around the country, and he's not the wonderful guy that he was 30 seconds before that happened. Look at people throwing him under the bus are crazy. But that's what it is. All it takes is that one video, and you're done. Thank God fucking smartphones didn't exist when I was growing up. I did some horrible things. Horribly embarrassing things that don't ever need to be brought up or spoke of ever again. Thank God phones didn't exist back then. But 2021 is over. 2022 has officially started as far as I'm concerned. Basically, the day after the Super Bowl, you let them have their parade. You give them a couple fucking days. Parade, throw your fucking confetti. Now it's over. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's starting to line up. You're getting your coaching staffs together. You're starting to get your game plan together. And free agency, off season, all of that shit's getting ready to get kicking really, really quick. And this is, I love this time of the year. I love seeing what the mindset is, how teams build for basically the battle of a season, and I love this time of the year. This is an exciting time of the year. There's lots of rumors flying around. You never know what the fuck's going to happen, and we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an exciting time of the year. But to get you through, kicking off here in the next week or two, I'm going to be announcing probably within the next couple days when the draft's going to be for our Raider Reaction 2020 off-season Madden Challenge, PlayStation, no Xbox. This is for guys whose balls have actually dropped. Winner of the league, Freddie Biletnikoff jersey. Got that cool picture there. But I got the real deal right here. The real deal's here. Got the Biletnikoff jersey for whoever wins the tournament. And then I've also got a Jonathan Abram jersey that we're going to give out to our most valuable owner. We've also got that in-house as well, but we got the cool pictures, so I don't have to stand here and hold them up all the time. But those are the two big prizes. We're also going to be giving out flash prizes. We got sponsor on board. We're going to be giving out flash prizes, probably prizes to division winners, all kinds of goodies. It's only a $20 buy-in. We're going to do a full fantasy draft on a Sunday to be named coming up very soon over the next few weeks. I've got to get this thing going soon. We've got a good number already locked down. If you're on PlayStation 5 and you bought the MVP version, you can download the PS4 version for free. If you're still on PS4, get on in. This isn't one of those stupid all Madden leagues where everybody's a fucking juggernaut. Hell, I'm playing in it. I'm definitely not a fucking juggernaut. We set the settings and everything, so it's very competitive play, and we've all got lives, we've all got families, and we work through the league as the season as quickly as we can. But we're going to play a whole season as we do all off seasons, except for this last one because Facebook fucked us over. But we're back, so if you're interested, you got to message the page because we're going to be getting this shit kicked off soon. We're giving away a Biletnikoff and a signed Jonathan Abram jersey, COA, JSAs, all that shit with them. Those are the real deal. We don't give away no fucking bunk shit here. Everything's fucking on the legit up and up. So if you're interested, message the page, message in our social medias, get yourself in because we're going to kick it off with whoever we got very, very soon. I'll be naming a draft day soon. We talked about it last time I was on, whether McDaniel was going to bring in a offensive coordinator. And if he was it going to be a bit of a puppet? And I think this is completely a puppet move. This is his first coordinator job, Mick Lombardi, that you're bringing in. He's been under the tutelage and under the wing of Josh McDaniels in New England for the last 3 years. He had an earlier stint there back in 2011 as well. But this is his first gig, and to think a guy that's basically made his name in this league off of being one of the best offensive coordinators, one of the guys that can do it right there and be in the fire on the front lines, handling it on a Sunday to Sunday basis. And, Bill Belichick speaks highly of him. Everybody that's coached with the guy speaks highly of him. And I think you basically have a guy that you're bringing in because at some point you're still the head coach. And as much as I believe Josh McDaniels is still 100% going to call the plays, he's still the head coach. And sometimes you got to step over, got to have conversations with the other side of the football, and you need a guy that steps in and still the voice in the ear of the offense and keeps things moving. So I think you have an offensive coordinator. He's in the position, but it's somewhat by name more than it's going to be holistically for his control of the offense. I think the control of the offense is 100% going to go through JMD's hands, And this guy's going to be his, yeah, boss, little guy jumping next to him. That's what Mickey's going to be. So you got JMD and Mickey. And he's going to be, I still think he's somewhat going to be a puppet offensive coordinator. He's going to be there to help facilitate what needs to be done, but the plays are ultimately going to be called and going to run through the headset of Josh McDaniels. I just absolutely believe that. This guy is this is what he does. This is why he's successful. He calls the plays on offense, and I just don't think he's going to step away from that. I just can't. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So, offensive coordinator, we talked about it. We wondered, was he even going to hire one? He did. But I think it's a little by name alone, and I don't think he's really necessarily what we would call an offensive coordinator, like how the rest of the league's going to use him. I agree with you, AAA. And that's a good point. It's basically, as a head coach, it's different than being, you've got to get involved with the defensive side of the ball and the special teams, and you've got to have somebody else that can help take some of that off your plate. You can't fucking do it all. And that's basically what he is. He's an assistant. Offensive coordinator, might be a little stretch. He's going to get paid as so, though. And really, isn't that all that matters? It's on your business card and you're paid like that. Oh, fuck it, that's really all that matters. You're going to get your credit if you win. Another big move. Sean Hayrock, as a familiar names, come back in the fold, and he's going to be basically a personal advisor to the general manager. He's been with the organization for years prior. He's got a lot of history with the Raiders, and this is a guy who's going to add a little stability to some of the decisions that are going to be made for the Silver and Black for the future. And him being in the ear of the general manager is a good thing. He's a Raider from way back. He's been with the franchise in scouting capacities and many different capacities. This is a good guy to have in the hierarchy and in the ear of the general manager going forward for the Raiders. So I think this is a good guy to bring in-house. And definitely a solid addition to this coaching staff. This is it's starting to come around, man. You got Patrick Graham in house now as defensive coordinator. I like the addition of senior defensive assistant Rob Ryan back in the house. Not Rex, not the one with the fucking foot fetishes and the big mouth on the talking heads. But Rob, I like Rob. He was a Raider before. Defense had a little bit of success under Rob when he was there. I like bringing Rob Ryan back. I like that you've brought a guy like Sean that we just talked about, and you bring a guy like Rob in as well. So you need to have some guys that have been here before and kind of know a little of the way the Raiders do things. And I like that they've got some guys in there like that. Tom McMahon, you're bringing over special teams. I like it, man. I like it. You kept Edgar Bennett in the fold on offense. He's going to be doing wide receivers now. There's a lot of new names, man. And the only concern to me is when you have this. It's a whole new laundry list of names on this coaching staff, and how do things gel? How do you work together under fire on a Sunday? All of that still you got to work through all that. There's going to be growing pains to that, not only with the players on the field, but with the coaching staff and how they interact and work through. It's going to be an interesting season, man. It's going to be a very, very interesting season. And now it's time. Oh, it's your favorite. It's your most anticipated segment every show. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen, for Used Car Talk. Used Car Talk is heating up. It's heating up. You got options out there. I mean, basically, your top three options. Option A, extend Derek Carr. Pay the $35 to $40 million, reportedly, that they are saying the DC for. is going to want. You trade Derek Carr. Trade Derek Carr, bringing the likes of Russell Wilson. Maybe you want to do something with bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Who else you got? You want to go get the fucking midget? You want to go get Kyler Murray? He's unhappy. He's cleared his Instagram. You want him? You want Kirk Cousins? There's talk of Kirk Cousins. You want that guy? You want fucking Jimmy Pornstar? You're getting a trade. Who's out there that you're going to go get and replace DC4 with? Really? Nah. You can't let him play out. You can't let him play out and hit free agency at the end of 2022. So you go pay this dude 125 fucking mil, get no playoff fucking wins out of him. He's a statistical. When you're trying to sell him, you can package him and make Derek Carr look really good. He's statistically great, man. He plays 17 games a season. He's healthy. He's got a lot of tread on the tires. He's a commodity. You can't let him go to free agency and just say, "Wow, we just invested $125 million. You're going to get return of dick from that." Nah, option C is if you're a fucking window licking retard, you go with option C. Now we're not window licking retards here. No, I fucking said it. Fuck you. Now, trade Derek Carr, extend Derek Carr, or go to the draft. That would honestly be my option C, because I don't think that option C that's not even a real option. That's moronic. You've invested fucking way too much money in Derek Carr to let him just fucking go pick where the fuck he wants to go. That's a riding off into the sunset type thing that you give a quarterback that's just, he's done everything for him. And, you want to finish out your contract? Go pick. No, he's not. He doesn't earn that. No. Fuck that. You got to get something out of him. So you got to decide, like I've been saying all fucking last season, that this offseason is going to be the one that you got to decide. Do you keep him? Or do you try to do something outside the box, something crazy? Because to me, I don't see another option out there besides signing Derek Carr and bringing him back. I think he's earned it over the last 2 years. The guy has stood tall. He's been the face of this franchise through adversity, through all kinds of shit, coaching changes, wide receivers killing people, fucking just shit a normal quarterback does not ever have to deal with. This guy has been through it all. I think at this point, man, I mean, these are your other options. You want to go out in free agency? You want fucking Fitzpatrick, Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Colt McCoy, fucking Trevor Siemian, Teddy Bitchwater, Mariota, you going to start him? I mean, Blaine Gabbert, fucking Josh, you want to go with the Josh Rosen? You want to try to do a reclamation project with him? Bring in Mike White? You'll bring back AJ McCarron? I mean, where you going to go, man? I mean, I get it. You want to win. You're a member of Raider Nation and you want to win. I fucking get it. I've been there, man. I'm sitting here with you. I get it. Triple A says Gardner Minshew. He's got a fucking badass mustache. I'll give him that. But he ain't going to get you there. You can hook a wagon a little bit to that mustache, but not a lot. Derek Carr is the best option for the Las Vegas Raiders. You can win with Derek Carr. You can win. You got to give him the fucking tools, man. You got to give him the tools. You got to give him the number one wide receiver the guy has needed forever. Yes, every time I bring up number wide receiver, everybody's like, but he had Crabtree, but he had Cooper, but they got Ruggs. They've tried and swung and missed. Cooper was almost the number one wide receiver. Him and Crabtree together, combined, were kind of number one wide receiver. Ruggs was hoping to be, but he was never going to be. He was too small. He was never going to be your number one. I think you got to go out. You got to get this guy. What he's needed forever. That's a number one wide receiver. Go get one. There's some talent in the draft, man. You got Devontae Adams out there. You've got Robinson out there. You've got Godwin that you could possibly pull away now that Brady's gone. There's some talent out there. Go get this guy. Somebody. To be that fucking guy he can lean on. It can't be your tight end and your tight end actually be a real fucking tight end. You need that number one wide receiver and your fucking all-pro tight end. Because now they can't cover all that shit. You got Hunter Renfrow who's breaking ankles on everybody. This Renfrow's legit now. He's a Pro Bowl NFL wide receiver, man. People know his name. Okay? This guy's legit now. You got a running game. You got to add to the offensive line. And you got to get him a wide receiver. Got to get him a wide receiver. He's needed it for so long. Every great quarterback has that wide receiver that those legacies tied to. Every one. Derek Carr can get it done for you. Can absolutely get it done for you. These options, option C, nah. Option C-2 would be draft. That's a no, too. You're not going to go draft a quarterback and start in front of him. You just went to the postseason for the second time in 2 fucking decades. You can't do that. That's retarded. You're not going to trade him to bring it to what? Try to capture past glory of an old quarterback in Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers? Because those are really your only two. You want Kirk Cousins? I mean, do you want the midget from fucking Arizona? Really? There's no free agents to be had, man. There's not. You want to bring back bitch Trubisky? Sign Derek Carr. I say give him 2 or 3 years. If there's not a level of success reached above. Now, you've reached accessing don't do it, Carlos. You've already reached a level of success of reaching the postseason. You have to now go beyond that. There must be a playoff win now achieved. That's the next step that needs to happen. If at the end of a 3-year contract you haven't reached a level of success in the silver and black, I'm sorry, Derek Carr will have to go. I saw that talk too. I didn't even bring up his name because it's just ludicrous. Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz was mentioned as coming in as a backup quarterback. Nobody was ever mentioning Carson Wentz as coming in as a starter. But you know what? Mariota's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Mariota, I'll be shocked as fuck if he is back in the silver and black. I think he has shown that Marcus Mariota is better than half the quarterbacks in this league. There's some straight trash out there under center right now. And Mariota deserves another shot. And I think he's going to get it. So you're going to need somebody to be that backup, to hold that clipboard. And I don't mind Carson Wentz being that guy. I'd have no issue with Carson Wentz being that guy. To carry a clipboard and have to be a guy that comes in off the bench. Carson Wentz is the perfect off-the-bench guy. Because that motherfucker is too fragile. He's paper mache. He can't make it through a season. I'd be fine with him as a backup. I have no issues with that. Because he ain't demanding no cheddar. Ain't nobody handing no cheddar to that motherfucker. No way. Back that shit there. That ain't fucking happening. Leatherwood. There's a lot of talk about Leatherwood being a bust. It's too early to go that route. A lot of people went that route and had a big question about Colton Miller. I myself had a big question about Colton Miller. I wasn't going to call him a bust right out of the gate, but I was questioning that decision. That's a big move, left tackle, and obviously jumping up and going first round with right tackle. Then you have to see him move to guard, which you usually don't jump up in the first round and go get that fucking stud right guard. You know. So I think the jury's still out on Leatherwood. There were some improvements. He's got to clean up the penalties a little bit, and I think he was a reach where he was in the draft last year and where they took him, because I think he's going to end up being a guard. I don't think he's going to end up moving back to tackle. I think they're going to leave him at guard. So I think he was a reach, but if he can end up being a full-time starter. Because I agree with Lyons. I agree with Pete. You got to give the guy another year, and he came around in the second half of the season. Another year in this offense. Another year in this offense. It's going to be a whole new fucking offense. Another year with this team, with these guys, with this quarterback. I think he's going to be all right. I think he showed some good things last year. He did show some definite improvement, and he showed some of the skills and some of the traits that made him, the guys jump up and grab him. So we'll see. Now it's that special little time of the show. That special little time. Where we like to take the spotlight off of us and turn it back onto you. It's time for Fan of the Week, where we like to take one of the viewers, one of the followers, one of the folks that are in the comments, blah, 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 all that good shit, and give back to you. Send you a little goodie pack from Raider Reactions, some bracelets, some stickers, some buttons, some fucking whatever I got. Everyone's different. If you would like to be Fan of the Week, all you got to do, send us a picture rocking your Raider gear at a game, fucking tailgate, Booster Club rally, just fucking in your bathroom. I don't give a fuck. Just rocking your Raider gear. Tell us why you should be Fan of the Week. Send it to the page. Send it to our Instagram, our Twitter, any of our social medias. Message the Facebook. Message the website. Whatever you got to do. Carrier pigeons. Send fucking midget strippergram up to our door. Whatever you got to do. Midget strippergram would be interesting. Might be my preferred method. But we have a Fan of the Week this week. Yes, we do. This guy has been watching and hanging around Raider Reaction for a long time. He's actually one of the few gentlemen and ladies who've managed to worm their way onto my personal friends list. That doesn't happen very often. I only got like 70 fucking friends, okay? I keep a circle tight. Raymond Hill. Big Raymond is our Raider Reaction Fan of the Week for this week. He's a diehard Raider fan. He's always up in the show. He's always sharing our Raider Reaction content. He's always sharing the shows. And Raymond is a solid guy. And like I said, he's one of the few guys that has ended up on my personal friends list because he's that solid of a gentleman. So congratulations, Raymond. You are our Fan of the Week. Please send me your information to the page, and I would like to get you out some Raider Reaction swag. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. As always, all your support, and I appreciate everybody's support. If you'd like to be Fan of the Week next week, it's very easy to do. All you got to do is just send it in, man. Send it in. And there you go. Now, moving on. Keeping along the thought process, we're on offense here. We're rolling along with it. The number one wide receiver, man, we talked about it. We touched on it a little earlier. To me, we'll kind of take both of these topics together a little bit. The number one wide receiver and the 22nd pick in the draft. Because the conversation with the two of those is kind of a test. It's like a conjoined twin. A little bit. It's just a little freaky and weird. But do you address this through free agency? Because there are some guys out there. Because if you can work a friendly deal with Carr, maybe you can pull in his buddy Devontae Adams. Do you go get a Ridley? Do you go get a Robinson? Do you go get a Godwin? There are some avenues to go to get that number one wide receiver in free agency. But those known commodities, there's reason some of those guys are moving because they want paid, Jack. They've already proven. So do you go that route, or do you try and go and draft a wide receiver? And if so, you're going to have to go with that 22nd pick. I think that's what you got to do. So what's your thoughts? I'm curious. Throw it up in the comments. What are you thinking you want to do with this 22nd pick? I think we play the cards before the draft, says Corey. I don't think you can really gamble on waiting to the draft to address this number one wide receiver issue that has gone for far too long. You swung and missed on the Ruggs Arnett double-headed number one. You ended up with a guard last year. Okay, you really need to make a splash with this number one that is an instant impact to this team. This is a playoff team. This number one first round pick, this 22nd pick in the first round for the Las Vegas Raiders. This needs to be a fucking game changer. This needs to be somebody that comes in and makes an immediate impact to this team. And I really think it has to be somebody that you're bringing in dynamic on offense. Now, why can't you go out and make a move in free agency and still possibly make a move at the same position in the draft? Nobody says you can't do that. But I think if you go wide receiver in free agency, you go O-line in the draft, and vice versa. If you decide you're going to address wide receiver in the draft, and you're going to go use your number one pick to get the best available at your pick, or even possibly do something and move up to get somebody that you're absolutely in love with, then I think you got to look at making a move offensive line in free agency to bolster this offense. You've just too many guys out. I like you solidified a little bit of your offensive line with Hudson exiting. I like the solidification of the center position. I thought James did very, very well. Andre was a solid, competent center, but Colton Miller, the other guys, Leatherwood, Simpson, Parker. I think you got to add something to that, man. I think you got to add something to that. I think offense is your key this season. I think defense, you got most of the pieces that you needed put in place last season. You still need some more. Obviously, defensive line you need to bolster. You need more push up the middle. But I think if you can continue to develop the defense and who you've added, we'll see. We'll see. But there's some talent out there, too. There's some talent. And that's just some of them. Shit, there's plenty of guys that are ranked in the top 10 that aren't even on that list. It just depends who you talk to. Who do you ask? It's a crazy time of the year. To me, you've given Derek Carr a little bit of the defense this last season that he needed, and I think you can build on that. You can't sit back at the end of this guy's career and just realize that you've never, ever really given him that number one weapon that every quarterback's had, and that's the number one wide receiver. And that's just a huge failure as a franchise, as his employer, to waste a quality veteran NFL quarterback's career without ever even giving him that one time. So I think you got to make they blew it with Ruggs, man. I mean, Ruggs looked like he was coming around last season, but I just did not see that guy ever being the number one that he should have been. For where they grabbed him, man, that guy should have been an immediate game changer, and he wasn't. He just wasn't. I mean, you see guys come in and are immediate fucking game changers. Jamar Chase was an immediate fucking game changer. There are guys like that you can get and add to your team that change your fucking franchise immediately. I think you got to get that guy in free agency, or you've got to be in love with the guy in the draft that you want to get. But you've got to fucking make that happen this year, man. You got to make that fucking happen. You absolutely have to. And if not, I think you end up, if you address it in free agency, I think you possibly end up with this 22nd pick being offensive line. And you try to maybe get that right tackle that you fucking whiffed on. You've moved Leatherwood over. Now you're gonna find his buddy that's gonna work next to him for the next decade. I'm all right with that. I'd be all right with that too. Or defensive line. I could see defensive line as well. Oh, man. If any of you guys play Madden, if you're just joining us, I've got Madden League. We're kicking off. It's a PlayStation Madden League. PlayStation 4. We got, it's only a $20 buy-in. We've got jerseys we're giving away. Sponsors. If anybody is just joining up, make sure you hit up the page, man. I'm going to be pushing this thing hard over the next week and a half. I need to get some more people in. The more people, the more fun it is. I've got a bunch of prizes to give out, and I would like to sprinkle out prizes through more people. So let's get more people in. We had a good number the last season, and then because last year of all the fucking shit with Facebook, we fell off. So get it all in here. Denzel Good, man. He's big. We need to have him back. I liked Denzel because he's a nice Swiss Army knife up there on the offensive line. He can fill in for anybody, man. He can play guard. He can play tackle. He can probably play fucking center if you needed him to. Dude will do whatever you fucking need, and he's competent at it. So, yes. Message the page, my brother. Message the page. We've got jerseys, autographed jerseys. These are the real deal, man. These are JSA autographed. We got an Abram. We got a Fred Biletnikoff. One's going to the winner, and one we're just going to vote. Raider Reaction, myself and the Hype team, who we think the most valuable owner is. The most valuable owner to us could be a guy that goes 0-17. But if you're a guy, you're always fun to play with. We have an owners chat that we put everybody in. If you're just a great guy to have in the league, we may just reward you with one of these autographed jerseys. That's who our most valuable owner is. It's got nothing to do with stats or wins or none of that. We want this to be a fun league. We're going to give away lots of prizes, but whoever wins, the son of a bitch, is getting this autographed Fred Biletnikoff jersey so you can frame put that bitch on your wall. Because, you should. So we got stuff to give away. Message the page. We'll get you invoice, sent out, $20 buy-in, and you're in, my man. You're in. Trust me. Everybody that's played in the league, we have a lot of fun. It's a good time. We've all got... It's competitive, but we're not crazy about it. We like to keep it fun. We've all got families and jobs and lives and wives and girlfriends and, mistresses and, we're busy people. So we allow you, but, we all got time to bust out a 30-minute Madden game once or twice a week. Come on. Oh, it's that time. It's that time of the show. God damn. It's a little early. How did I get to this time of the show already? Man. You know what that means. Probably gonna be a juicy WTF. Oh yeah. It's time for the WTF. It's the off season in the National Football League. And the beauty of the off season, it's the same thing I was telling my son this the other day as we were working. We're playing a Madden franchise like dynasty fucking thing. We're into 2023 now, and he says, man, why don't we just skip through all this stuff and hurry up, because I beat him in the Super Bowl. Yes, I did. Thank you. I beat my 15-year-old son. That's a fucking accomplishment for old. Y'all know, man. If you beat your teenage son in Madden, oh yeah, you're walking around with your head held high. I beat him in the fucking Super Bowl, so he's hating it. But we're gonna be televising that shit. Yeah, oh yeah. I got the whole playoffs coming up. I'm gonna do some of it tomorrow night. But like I was telling him, just like Madden, just like what it is now in the NFL season, one of the most exciting times is all of the work between the seasons. The working through free agency, the trying to build the best team that you can possibly build, the putting all these pieces together. That's the fun. I love watching that part of it, that aspect of the offseason, which is why I love this part of the offseason. I love the rumors. I love the anticipation of that breaking news, the big move, the big addition that gets you excited for the upcoming football season. I love all of that. But what comes with that is the banter and your ability to talk about your team much differently than you do during the season. And you should be able to talk about your team in the offseason a little more objectively than any other time of the season. And I don't understand seeing the people in the groups just fucking attacking guys for wanting to see a player moved or the team not sign a player or bring a player back. This is the time of the year when you're supposed to have those conversations. What the fuck? Did they win last year? I'm sorry. Did I miss the fucking parade? I didn't get my invite. So, obviously, everything is not okay. They just changed the entire fucking coaching staff. Some players need to go. Some need to stay. I don't understand the fans that every time a fucking another fan comes out with something that they think should happen or a move that should be made in the offseason for the team, they just get lit the fuck up. I don't understand that. This is the time of the year when you're supposed to be able to have those conversations with other members of your fan base, and I guess I don't understand it. This is something that I've never understood. This is the time of the year when you're supposed to have those conversations. You literally have one of the biggest conversations right now that you need to have about the fucking quarterback that is under center of your franchise. And you should be having those conversations. Do you go with option A? Do you extend him? Do you trade and try to bring somebody else in? Do you let him play out and go to free agency? It would be fucking moronic. Do you try to draft a quarterback? He's played 8 years, man. You should be having those conversations. You should be having those conversations. That's what you're supposed to do in the offseason. Man, you may have hit it on the head, Stephen Lee. This team has never won anything in a long, long time. They haven't won anything in a long, long time. If you're not questioning every move of this franchise at any given point, I don't understand what you're watching and what fucking team you've been supporting and watching for the last fucking how many decades you've been supporting them. There's nothing that's a lock with the silver and black. Nothing. And the have a little open-mindedness I guess, was what I would like to say. With your fellow members of Raider Nation, it's the off season, man. We gave you the fucking Terror Dome, the fucking Raider Nation dark side, so that you could discuss this shit and have an open forum to question everything that you see, because you should always question everything that you see. Never believe anything. And those of you out there that just want to rip everybody that has an opinion or wants to question, what the fuck? Back off, man. That's what the off season's for. It's a beautiful thing. It's a time of rumors, breaking news, and what ifs. It's stupid posts, dumb rumors, dumb stories that shouldn't be written. That's what the off season is. Why do you post this? Why do you share this? Motherfucker, it's the news right now, man. This is the NFL news. Like it or not, Derek Carr could be traded to the Steelers. Could he? Yeah. They ain't got a quarterback. They need one. He is one. That's a possibility. Is it going to happen? No. They're going to keep him. Of course they are, because it's the smartest move for this franchise. Derek Carr ain't going nowhere. I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe it either. But I'm going to keep sharing the fucking stories. You know why? Because it's some motherfucking news. It's off-season news. So follow along. Thank you all for joining me, man. Each and every one of you. I've got like I said, I've got a full week planned for this week. I was off last week, so I've got. We're gonna do some Madden Wednesday night action tomorrow night as I try to pull some more of you into my Madden league. I keep waving how many autographed jerseys do I gotta wave in front of motherfuckers to get them to fucking join a league and play? A league full of fucking prizes, dude. We handed out so many. We handed out like $150 fucking game worn jersey fucking football cards of rookie Hunter Renfro's and Josh Jacobs, all kinds of shit. The fucking last leagues, autographed jerseys, boxes of prizes, T-shirts, all kinds of shit. It isn't what you want. It's Raider Nation from all over this fucking dirtball playing Madden together. Come on! Message the page so we can get you in the league. It's only a fucking $20 buy, and we're going to be playing for months. So come on. Got an autographed Abram jersey we're going to be giving away. Winner gets an autographed Fled Berlitnikov jersey, JSAs. So let's get it cracking. Thank you all for joining us, each and every damn one of you, man. I really appreciate all of you guys that follow the page, watch the page. Numbers are climbing. We'll be doing TikTok Thursday this week, so if I'm going to be taking questions live on TikTok, I won't be doing any fucking silly dances or ripping no urinals off the wall or nothing like that. But I will be just fucking going live on TikTok and sitting there taking questions, comments, anything you guys throw at me, rude comments. I don't give a shit. I'm here. I'll take it. Well, come on, Michelle. What better time to start than now? Trust me, some of the other owners in this league, they ain't fucking gamers either. But they're just there because we have fun. And they want to win some shit. They'd like to win some shit. So that's why I had to give this other jersey thing with the MVP owner. Because I know some of them ain't ever going to win no jersey over the other. So I'm trying to help them out. Trying to help a brother out. But make sure you follow us on all of our stuff. Social media platforms. All of our stuff. All of our social media platforms. All that good shit. Be back with Black Friday this week. And we got Saturday Night Fights 10. Man, there's some good ones coming up. These things aired back in 2019 off season. And we're doing the countdown all the way from 1 to 24. And then we're debuting the new number Raider Reaction 25. And I'm telling you, man, they just get better and better as it goes on. They really do. The production value just gets better and better on every one of them. So it's actually starting to get pretty good now. The first ones were a little wonky. I almost hated to fucking replay them. But the fights are great. My parts in it weren't the best, but I got a lot better as the show goes on. But so check it out. It'll be back on. The blood will flow again on your Saturday night. Thank you each and every damn one of you, man, for following us at Raider Reaction. Follow us on all of our social media platforms and the stuff. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, fucking TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all that shit. And join the official group of Raider Reaction. Come to the dark side. It's real, it's raw, it's uncensored. It's the Raider Nation dark side. No moderators. Nobody telling you what you can or can't say. You don't have any idea how many fucking posts I'm like, keep, fuck you, quit reporting shit. I just keep them anyway. I don't give a fuck. We don't delete nothing there. Nothing. Just because you don't like their opinion, I don't give a shit. Half the time I don't like their fucking opinion either. But I'm not going to delete it. That's called censorship. And we don't do that. That's just wrong. You may not like my opinion, and I may not like your opinion, but I have the right to say whatever the fuck I want, and you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want too. That's called uncensored freedom of speech. Have a good fucking night, everybody. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.